Amazing. How are you? Your comment goes as follows. It's from my Daredevil Born Again video. Let's get into it. Read Radiant Black is a great comic and is very similar to Invincible and a mix of Power Rangers. I've seen clips, I've seen little animations or whatever. Personally, I am not impressed by what I see. I don't care for it, but hey, some people do. To each their own. I might read it if I feel so desperate, but other than that, I'll get into the Bible verse and then the main video because it's a decently long one for y'all. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Matthew 6:19. Now then, let's get into the main video. All right, so I saw the Thunderbolts.
We're taking you in, Val.
I don't think so. Junior varsity, Captain America.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Walker.
And I have been one on my channel to always stress the idea of having your own opinion. I haven't watched like a review. I didn't watch like a video essay. I didn't even like look at a thumbnail for too long. I just swiped. And now I saw this movie and I was like, I think I hate this.
You know, I never really thought you'd have a promising political career, but less than half a term.
I think I actually hate this because the craziest part about it is there's so much to hate. Where do I begin? Besides Val, like her whole thing, the whole buildup of the Thunderbolts was for this movie, apparently, right? You know, you get all these people together that she got together, by the way.
Well, just think, I send you down there to kill each other, and instead you make nice and you form a team.
And it's crazy to me that she now wants to get rid of them to make this new protector of the earth, even though she's already had a relationship and an established working relationship. Most of the people she's signing up for their death sentences. It's just a little odd to me on why she didn't just do this. Like, you could have literally had the same plot of her wanting to form the Thunderbolts and just have it play out the same way and just have Sentry lose his mind. Literally, it could have just happened the same way. And there's no reason why it shouldn't have happened that way anyway. It genuinely makes no sense. And the thing is, right, let's get into the Bucky thing because
The sense today.
Congressman Barnes, wow.
honestly, I have things to say that are not positive. For one, the Winter Soldier was made to be able to infiltrate and topple nations at their leisure in a matter of days. So I find it very interesting that he is almost laughably bad at being a congressman. And again, most of the Thunderbolts are comprised of super spies and meta super spies, or whatever you want to call them. And it's so weird to me how they just use Bucky this way. And the thing is, right, there's very little with Bucky, but it makes sense for the plot of the movie because it's like, oh, dealing with depression, dealing with a very dark place and dealing with a very low place. And that's like the whole theme of the movie. And I feel that and I get it. And I'm just glad Bucky wasn't sitting here sobbing at the fumes. And then you get to John Walker and then I'm getting a little personally attacked.
Now this is more like it.
Because my thing is, and I know I'm gonna get hate for this, I don't think personally John Walker did anything wrong. I think the writing of this movie is so weird with how they do a lot of the characters in this movie that it's not even like funny. It's not like comedic in the way to describe it because I don't like talking about it like this. Because again, John Walker was a fine character. He was a decent human being in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I should know. I was watching it when it was airing. Like,
it's the greatest honor of my life. But I'm just a little shocked, I think. How did a guy like me end up here?
And they made you Captain America. And he would tell me every day what an honor it was to be your partner.
John Walker, first person in American history to receive 3 Medals of Honor, ran RS-1 missions in counterterrorism and hostage rescue. The government did a study of your body at MIT, and you tested off the charts in every measurable category: speed, endurance, intelligence.
A few minutes later.
Week to week, you know, I was in the phase of, oh my God, like new content in MCU. It was like fresh into the new phase, you know what I mean? But this here is just another level of disappointment because I don't understand why the shit on him all of a sudden when he was literally a decent guy. Even when they say, oh, he hurt an innocent person. No, we did it. Did we just forget the show? Context, John was being restrained by a terrorist group, and the guy he offs was also part of the group that offed his best friend. So yeah, that's the context for that. Moving on. Like, bro, he was part of the... Can I even say that word? I'ma bleep it. He was part of the group that offed his team, and I think he did it personally. So I'm a little bit befuddled at what they're showing me, personally. So I guess for me, I just can't really get behind, like, the John Walker slander in this movie is crazy. And then off screen, he gets divorced. Like, you're gonna tell me, oh, because he was on his phone, that's like, oh, enough material to show that he's a terrible father? Are you for real? Like, be real with yourself right now. Like, stop it. We're not doing that. We're not gonna act like that's just a valid way to judge it. We're not gonna act like that's premier content and lore for John Walker. Cut it out, bro. And then you have people talking about, you know what? I'll save it for the John Walker video. Because I will be making one anyway. But yeah, everyone else, like, it's like, if you... Repeated character arcs galore. Like Yelena, she's still dealing with the trauma of, you know, losing her sister and, you know, and not having a father figure there. Literally got through this in her debut movie in The Black Widow. So this is kind of stupid. And it's the same with most of these characters. They all get called losers when I'm like, these guys are already 1 in a million. Like, these are advanced super level soldier serums. These are advanced super soldiers in super spy form. And I'm confused. I'm like, where are the losers? It feels like they keep trying to Guardians of the Galaxy everything. And it's so weird to me, and I'm getting kind of tired of it. It feels so blatant. It's such a Suicide Squad ripoff that I can't even explain it. But these are not those characters. These are hyper specialists at their field of what they do, enhanced scientifically to be best at what they do, in which is offing people. So yeah, it's a little crazy to me that they get called losers and they have such a low opinion about themselves, especially considering Bucky. He was just quiet throughout that whole thing. And I'm like, gang, I get you already worked through your issues, and I'm so glad they remembered that Sebastian Stan's Winter Soldier already worked through his issues, but that doesn't make seeing everyone already repeat their issues again is weird. And again, John Walker's character development just goes to shit. And I'm like, where did this come from? Like, again, he was never this guy. He was literally humble as can be in the original. Like, he wasn't even really... Okay, you know, it feels like the writers want you to hate him so bad, but everything else about this character just tells you that you probably shouldn't. He's literally doing his job. Not to quote the man, but...
I only ever did what you asked of me, what you told me to be and trained me to do, and I did it.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know, man. I just personally don't get the John Walker hate. I never did. And I'm sorry I keep going back to it, but God, Jesus, give me strength in heaven. Because, bro, I'm sick of the John Walker slander, and that's all I've been getting. It's John Walker this, John Walker that. It's been no love for my man John recently, and it's been crazy. How y'all trying to switch up now? Like, y'all see that man do that little face twitch and y'all losing your minds. Like, bro, it's bad, bro. Past that, yeah, I mean, the other characters just really whatever. It was like they were just there to fill out a roster. Like, I didn't really care for Ghost. Like, I dead ass didn't. Like, bro, I legit be forgetting that she's in this movie for real. Like, bro, you could have offered her and Taskmaster and nothing would have changed about this movie at all, like, realistically. And I guess you could say that with almost most of the characters, but it's like, yeah, you really just need Yelena in this movie to make it work. Y'all gonna say I'm just being honest. That's just how the movie plays out. Like, I watched it and I'm just like, gang, I mean, look, bro, like, everyone else is just kind of there. It's like they're just literally there to fill a quota for the team roster. And then, like, I'm gonna get to it right now, bro. Val basically promotes the Thunderbolts to become the new Avengers. And the crazy part about that, it's like these people are witnesses to her war crimes. They are witnesses to things that she has done. They have worked with her. They could literally get her up out of here, get her thrown in prison, and they just don't for some reason, which the whole point was Bucky saying, oh, we're taking you in, Val, even though that was John Walker, but you know what I mean, you know, like, whatever. I'm just saying, bro, like, it's crazy. And then Yelena whispered in her ear, sweet nothing, some, we own you now. No, you don't. She still has a position of power. If anything, she might get promoted in the next time we see her. So, like, I'm like, what are you talking about? So it's like, no, bro, just no. And just to get into the post-credit scene. Way to spoil your movie, Marvel. And look, I get it. These things are filmed and like made years in advance to when we actually see them.
I understand that. I understand that.
I do, but even then, releasing this before Fantastic Four feels a little weird now, doesn't it? Oh, we got, I don't know, if that felt weird to me, you know, and I guess, every MCU has post-credit scenes, but like, good Lord, this felt like a spoiler low-key. I'm like, way to tell us that they lose. I mean, obviously, they were gonna lose, but we'll get to it when Fantastic Four drop. I'll be there, y'all know it, but I'm just saying that's kind of crazy. Anyway, that's my take on this. Like, it's been interesting with this movie. If I had to rate this movie, bro, I'm not gonna lie, given my complaints, given everything I said about this movie, I personally think it's a little mid.
And that's a fact.
I'll be real with you. Sentry was in this movie barely at all. That's why, haven't you noticed, I didn't mention Bob, because this man is barely in this damn movie. He is in this movie for a total of one fight scene, and the fight scene is very lackluster and short. You get to see what he could do, which is like whatever the plot needs him to do to avoid damage, which is crazy to me. And it's like, okay, he's like super overpowered. That's cool. And then you get to the Void, and they're like, bro, good Lord, like, how does a serum made by humans? I don't care this in MCU, bro. This is some Asgardian level. This is some like Infinity Stone level. Like, no one short of Wanda can hurt this man. And last I checked, Wanda's dead. Like, as far as Agatha is concerned, like, Wanda's been confirmed dead. So it's like, what are you gonna do realistically? Nothing can stop him if he tweaks out right now. Like, who's going to stop him? Like, personally, I don't even think like Thor got a chance. Like, he could just poof him into nothing. Like, if he just again tweaks out, everything's just gone. Like, he literally just like, just Uno reverse your existence, and you're just not there anymore. You're just like a smear in the shadowy paint. Like, you're done. But yeah, no, he is ridiculously overpowered, and like, yeah, he's alive, so like, he makes it past the movie, and they literally beat him with the power of friendship. I cannot with this movie. Like, I swear, every time I try to look up for this movie, it's like, and don't get me wrong, I'm sitting here like, yeah, I mean, I'm roasting it, but it's like, how else were they gonna beat this man? But it's like, I can't get on that. Like, no, I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction of that being a logical argument, because no. There's so many ways you could have made this thing happen. You know, you could have him come to his senses, you know, conquer himself, which is like the whole point of Sentry versus the Void, is literally him conquering his demons, you feel me? And like, having him need the power of friendship, it just feels like, yeah. And another thing, like, the Sentry, Bob, whatever you want to call him, is a soggy, wet noodle. He is the most emasculated version of the Sentry I've ever seen. And I'm so sick of this trope, and I'm so sick of people acting like I'm not telling the truth. It's like, just because you slap abs on a man, it don't mean he's not a soggy, wet noodle. Bro, I hated his scenes. He was so useless. How are you so powerful and yet you feel like you're the most useless here? Bro, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. And then they had the nerve to put him in the suit. Like, we're gonna see a lot of them today. Like, what? He was shrouded in shadow most of this freaking movie. It was so freaking annoying. So no, bro. Like, no. It was not the greatest thing in the world for me. I'm not gonna hold you. I personally kind of hate that shit. But hey, we ball, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, it just wasn't doing it for me. But hey, if you like it, go for it, man. Do your thing. That is my take on the Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers. And yeah, I mean, hey, but at least Bucky got a new suit, you know? So like, yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Okay, I'm out.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.